There's only 3 league games remaining which we are playing today. Champions League could be on the cards. Welcome back then guys to the Red Devil Revival, now for episode 41 of our Road to Glory with Kaiserslautern, and this is the final episode of our first season in the Bundesliga. As I just said in the intro, we have 3 games left which we are playing all of them today, and we are guaranteed European football already, but we could still get ourselves maybe in the Europa League or the Champions League. We have 3 difficult games, one especially when we take on Bayern Munich. We're going to have to see how we do get on. If you missed the last episode, we took on Bayer Leverkusen and also Wolfsburg in 2 very difficult games, which of course gave us that top 7 spot. There'll be a link right above me for you to go back and see quite how those games all unfolded. And of course, if you do enjoy today's video, make sure to drop a like down onto it. And if you want to keep up with any more of my content, such as the Red Devil Revival, any of my FN21 Tactics videos, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and to ring that notification bell to be notified when any of my content here on YouTube goes live. Now then, we haven't got any games to run through because of course we are continuing straight on from last episode with those Leverkusen and Wolfsburg results, where we got a very respectable draw and a very decent 2-0 win. I'll show you the table just before we do get into our match today when we take on Werder Bremen, Bayern Munich and Paderborn. Paderborn already relegated. Bayern pretty much going to be winning the league. That's pretty much guaranteed at this point. And also 3rd place Werder Bremen. Bremen is the interesting one because there is still a small chance we can catch them, although we have to win all 3 of our games and they have to lose their last 3 as well. But if we can win the first one, maybe we can catch them. You can see we're 7 points off of the Champions League spots, and then we also have a game in hand. So you never know. It's going to be a tight end to the season, but maybe we could get ourselves up and above 7th position. In terms of how we're going to be lining up for the game up against Werder Bremen, it is as follows. It's Krapikas in net, Sane, Torres and Gimba as our back 3. The same back 3 which played in the last game of last episode against Wolfsburg. Williams at right back, Garcia as the regista. Franco comes in at left back. Unfortunately, at the moment, Calafiori is suspended. He's picked up too many yellow cards, so he's not available. It's an Ustakal and Elena in the midfield with Pellegrini and Skretterberg starting up front of pack. No, actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to drop Pellegrini for Zakiri. Let's drop Pellegrini. He hasn't done very well in recent fixtures. That's how we're going to line up, mate, for this first game here away at Werder Bremen. Can we start the episode off with a win? If we don't win this game, I think any chance of catching the teams in 6th and 5th and even 4th are pretty much dead and buried. But if we can win it, we'll be in with a really good chance. A draw is okay. A defeat isn't helpful whatsoever. Werder Bremen are, of course, on fantastic form. There's a reason they are up in 3rd position, of course. So this is not going to be easy whatsoever, especially being away at Bremen's ground, which I think I want to say is the Werder Arena, but I'm not actually 100% sure on what their ground is called. But we are away there. We're in our red kit, and the game is kicking off. Can we get a good result? It'll be fantastic if we can do. I don't know if any of the teams around us are playing the likes of Hertha Berlin or Hoffenheim. I don't think they are currently, so we won't know how they're going to get on there. We'll have a game in hand once we've finished our game. We've got an early highlight here. Alex Garcia stepping up for the free kick. He puts it in. What a save from the Bremen keeper. I don't know who it is in goal for them, but that was a fantastic save. And Sane's managed to win a corner, but I presume nothing is going to be coming from it. The thing is though, guys, at the end of the day, whatever happens today, I'm happy regardless. The fact we've got some form of European football next year, even if it's only the Europa Conference League, is phenomenal stuff. It will give us extra money going forward. It will help the reputation. It will help attract better players. So next season, we're going to be able to really improve our team, I reckon, in terms of personnel, which is fantastic stuff. And there's a lot of young players in this team who have now had a full season here in the Bundesliga. So, oh no, Davy Selke here. Okay, Selke scores his 28th goal of the season. Probably explains why Bremen are doing quite so well. They've got 1-0 up here after 13.5 minutes. I was saying, though, that a lot of our youngsters, of course, having had a year experience now, will hope to be even better going into next year. But, yeah, not a great way to start this game, to be honest. One of the big areas I am probably going to look to improve next season is in goal, to see if we can get a better keeper, or at least a keeper to properly challenge Krapikas. I don't like the fact that our best keeper after Krapikas is Fruchtel. He's okay, but he's not good enough. He's more of a 3rd choice keeper material, not a 2nd. So that is definitely one area I do want to improve come the summer window. Highlight here, Franco puts the ball in. Zakiri, just wide of the post there. I'm undecided if I want to keep Zakiri or not. We probably should do, because he is our top goal scorer with 19 goals in, I think, I want to say about 36 games. He's about 1 in 2 is how Zakiri's played, but I don't know if it's worth it because it's 6.5 million. It probably is. It probably is worth. You have to let me know down in the comments as to what you think on it. But I'm not 100% sure. The same with Elena, because Elena's a pricey deal as well. We're 2-0 down. Yeah, not a great way to start this episode, I'll be honest. Sergio Gomez, I think the former Dortmund player, and maybe even Barcelona, he scores there for Bremen. It's 2-0. Oh my days, we're playing awfully. Look at the stats. We've had 1 shot on target all game. Not great. And that shot, I think, is the Alex Garcia free kick that we saw in the 10th minute. So we haven't had a shot on target for 25 minutes at this point. Skretterberg here, though. Come on, if we get a goal now. Come on, Ustakal, surely. Okay, we have 1 back. Ustakal, only his 3rd of the season. He will not be staying with us come next season. There's an option to buy him. I will not be taking. I think Wolves up on it is quite a hefty deal. He will not be staying. As I was saying with Elena, I'm not sure on him. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I like to point out, when Ustakal hit that, I was going to get very annoyed because he had a chance to square it to Zakiri for a really easy goal, and I was worried the keeper was going to save it. But thankfully, Ustakal put it into the back of the net. Now, there is a highlight just before half-time. If Werder Bremen score, it's probably going to kill us off. If we score, the second half's going to be very interesting. Rashica here for Bremen. It's a good block. Agu now, the right back, I think, for Bremen. He's going to put it in. Indeed, he does. Selke to Gomez. Oh, balls. Oh, we just get ourselves back in it, and then we go and concede another really, really poor goal. They just tore us to shreds there. They really did. That is not ideal at all. I'm going to say so. I'm not happy. Thrash me arms. I'm far from pleased. It's not been good enough from us whatsoever. Zakiri's playing quite poorly. Oh, do we? Yeah, we will. We'll get Pellegrini on. It's not good enough from him. And also, Williams is having a really poor showing at right back. So we're going to get Sangiovanni on as well. A double change. Nothing necessarily tactical is being changed, but the personnel are changing. There's a highlight straight away actually kick this half off. Sangiovanni to Pellegrini, the 2 subs combining. It's been cleared. Get there first. Someone. Okay, Garcia should have that. Indeed he does. Elena Garcia. Nice ball to Franco. Hector Franco. Oh, he could have played that then. Garcia. Nice ball. Elena. How has he not scored? The form he's been on recently, I thought that's going to be a goal. And now bloody Franco's injured. Oh, brilliant. And we have to play the Bock thing because we don't have any other left backs. Fantastic stuff. Well, we're screwed now, aren't we, for the rest of this game? Because he's basically 3rd division level quality is the Bock. He's not good enough for the Bundesliga. I'm letting him go at the end of this season. Oh, no. Podence here. Okay, it's 4-1. We're being absolutely hammered here at Bremen. It's not ideal. I will be honest. I think maybe any hope of anything is dead and buried. If it does end up being that we can't get above 7th, we will just go to the end of the season and talk about plans for next year. But we'll see what has to happen after this game, because there may still be a chance if we can beat Bayern and Paderborn and so on. But yeah, this game, I'll be honest, not going to plan. Not going to plan at all. What is... What was that goal? What was that? Okay, there is maybe a chance. We've just been given an absolute lifeline by the Bremen keeper. I've got no idea. Skretterberg gets given it by having the ball blast into his face. Plogman, the Bremen keeper, just blasts it at Skretterberg, and it just pings perfectly into the back of the net. Wonderful. That is just what we want to see. So a goal and an assist from Skretterberg. Not a bad day for him. Just a shame it's been absolute shite for everyone else. Now, there is a highlight, 74 minutes played. We score now. There is a chance of us pulling this back. There should never have been at all. But I'm going to be honest, the fact Selke's running with this ball, I'm going to presume it's going to be another Bremen chance. Let's be honest here. Selke here, he puts it in. Okay, Krapikas, thankfully for once, makes a save in this game, which is nice to see. Come on, Titus, what are you going to do with it? He lumps it up the pitch, and it's a pretty dreadful kick, I'll be honest. No one was there whatsoever. Podence now, of course, who's already scored. Eggstein up to Tavares. Oh, it's going to be another bloody Bremen chance here. Selke. Okay, thankfully it hasn't gone in. I'm going to change up how we're playing because we're not playing well enough at all. Elena, like so, he can go attack midfield on attack, and also we'll swap these two over. I'll tell Garcia to go more of a DLP on support. And we're also going to go attacking as well. We've got nothing to lose at this point, so let's just see what we can do. Can we maybe get ourselves another goal to get ourselves back into it? Signing with the clearance. There's no one there to get the ball at all. Johannes Eggstein there gets the ball instead. Now it's Gerhardt. They've got some decent players in this Bremen team, to be honest, so I'm not surprised they're doing quite so well this season. But it's been put into Selke, Eggstein. Somehow, De Bock managed to get a block onto that ball. And thankfully, it goes wide of the post. I'm going to presume, though, it's just going to finish as is. Okay, now there is another highlight. I don't know what is up with the stuttering at the moment. The game is occasionally stuttering since the winter update, and I don't understand why it's doing it, but hopefully it's not too noticeable on the video. Yannick Gerhardt here, he hits it. Okay, it's definitely game over now. It's 5-2 with just under 10 minutes to play. Yep, we've completely balls this up. I mean, I know we were way up against a team who sit third in the league, so it's always going to be tough. But, you know, defensively, we've been pretty shockingly bad. And Krapikas in net has not been great. They've only had next year, I think, about 2.82 or 2.02. I couldn't actually read it. And they've scored 5 goals. So it says a lot about Krapikas's goalkeeping. And that has been consistently the case this season. Thankfully, Gomez misses a chance for his hat-trick there. Deary me, yeah. Oh no, it's 2.46, so we conceded 5 goals. So yeah, Krapikas has not had a good showing today. It finishes 5-2. I expect to see you all in trains more because that was absolutely shite. That was awful stuff. It really was. It now means we're 4 behind Hertha and 5 behind Hoffenheim. And we only have 2 to play, and they will both have a game in hand. So if they both win their games in hand, we cannot catch them. If that does end up happening, we will go to the last game of the season. We'll play that on screen and talk about our plans for next season. But I will simulate on, and I'll see what happens. So I either see the Bayern game or the Paderborn game. Here we are then, guys, now ready for the second game of today's episode. We are going to be playing up against Bayern Munich. You can see Hoffenheim and Hertha Berlin play each other. I didn't realise they were taking each other on, and Hoffenheim won, which means we're 4 points behind Hertha Berlin. There is still a small chance we can catch them, but they have to lose and draw or lose both games, and we have to beat both Bayern Munich and Paderborn. So yeah, it's gonna go well, isn't it? Let's be honest. The way we're lining up though is Krapikas in there. It's then Lidin, Torres, and Liuzio. They have both Lidin and Liuzio been making quite a nice bit of development lately. So I am playing with these two at the back with Torres. I've dropped Sane and I've dropped Gimmy because they haven't been playing very well in recent fixtures. So that's who we're going with. Williams at right back. Diallo is coming in as our ball midfielder here up against Bayern. Calafiori back in at left back. Now that Hector Franco's got himself an injury in our last game, it's then Garcia and Elena in the midfield with Pellegrini and Skretterberg starting up front. That's how we're going to line up. Let's get into this game at home to Bayern Munich and hopefully not get absolutely smashed. I've got absolutely no idea how we're going to do here. They are playing a bit of a rotated side in a few positions. They've got Radu and so on in net and a few other players who aren't starters, Tete being one and Musiala up front. They have already won the league, have Bayern, so maybe they could do us a favour here by playing a slightly rotated side. Probably not, because their rotated side is probably still far stronger than our own team. But we have to win to try and catch Hertha Berlin. I mean, we can win and draw, but Hertha's goal difference is so much superior than us, it's very unlikely. Berlin, by the way, are not playing today either, so we will not know how they're getting on in their game until after this match has been completed. Whatever happens, we will still play the Paderborn game because I want to go through and talk to you about plans for next season. But we'll see how we do get on here. Calafiori here. Come on, if we can get a goal early on up against Bayern, that would be fantastic stuff. I don't think we've ever scored up against Bayern. But Calafiori with the ball here. Come on, what's he going to do with it? He puts the ball into Pellegrini. Oh, we've only bloody done it. We've got a goal. Pellegrini's 18th of the season. Another assist for Calafiori. You may have spotted it when we were looking at the Bundesliga table a second ago. Calafiori is third in the overall number of assist charts. He's got, I think, 11 or 12 assists to his name. He's got himself another one there. I will possibly look to extend Calafiori's loan because having him and Franco rotate on that left-back role is very handy. But regardless, a really good way to start the half off. Maybe the fact they are playing some rotated players in this team is going to help us out. Emi Buendia for Bayern Munich there. A bit of a weird one, that. Tete now, who is a regen player, I believe, for Bayern Munich. What's he going to do with it? That is one hell of a weird ball. Szoboszlai to Serginho Dest. It's been blocked. It was going miles wide. I wish it wasn't blocked because it would have gone out for a goal kick. Dest again. Oh, don't get another chance from this. Szoboszlai. It's gone in. It's basically just gone through Krapikas's hands. So it's just another recurring theme from last match and the last few matches of Krapikas being utter shite. Oh, it's so annoying with Krapikas because it wasn't that long ago in terms of, say, last year. He was arguably one of our best players. And just look at the state of that. He should have saved that all day long. It's so poor. So poor. And it's consistently the case with him as well. It's so annoying. It really, really is. And it now means that obviously Bayern have equalised for a really easy chance for Crapicas to stop that ball. And now bloody Calafiori picked up a knock. Fantastic stuff. Thankfully, I have got De Chiara on the bench. I'm going to make that change because I don't want him to aggravate the injury. Or saying that, how bad is it? Oh, he's fine. He can carry on. It's probably a bruised foot or something. He can carry on. What is it? Oh, it's a damaged heel. Nah, maybe he can't. Oh, we'll see. It doesn't matter. He'll probably go back to Roma on loan anyway, you know. He probably won't let us have him back anyway. Right, I'm going to make some changes then. Garcia's not playing very well. I'm going to get Pelayo Moria onto the pitch. I'm also going to get Ustakau on, and we're going to go to the Regista formation. Sod it. Let's do it. Let's go for this game a little bit more, you know, rather than obviously just sitting back. Okay, Emi Buendia with a corner. Pavard, thankfully, heads over the bar for us. I think Crapicas may have had that covered, but I'll be honest, I don't trust him, so I've got no idea. Oh, we're getting to the last few minutes, so I do wonder. I think I'm going to take off Skretterberg because he's not having a great game. We'll get Zakiri on, and I'm also going to go more attacking. We're going to go like so. Ustakau as a DLP on support. Moria as an attacking midfielder on attack. I'm going to tell Nico Williams to go more attacking as well. We're really going to go for this. We need another goal anyway, so let's try and go for it. We've had a decent game. It's been a very even game, all things considered. Can we get ourselves a goal to snatch this and maybe give ourselves a chance to catch Hertha Berlin? Oh, I don't think it's going to happen, is it? We'll go very attacking. Calafiori on attack as well. I just don't think it's going to happen. We'll stop playing out from the back. Oh, it's going to finish as a draw. And it's all going to be because of Crapicas' fault, which is always great. Oh, I thought we might see something from that corner. Into stoppage time we go. There is a highlight, although it's starting in our half from a Bayern Munich throw. Unless we get this in counter-attack, we could be about to go and lose this game. If we do lose it, there's definitely no chance of catching Hertha. Oh, my day. Crapicas again. Well, I'm definitely looking to sign a new keeper in the summer then. That definitely answers that question then. I was maybe thinking of getting someone just to compete with him, but it's just mistake after mistake after mistake recently. Look at this. How is he not either palming this out or holding it? Oh, Crapicas. Gnabry with such an easy finish, and it's going to kill off any chance of us getting into the top 6. Yep, there we go. We're guaranteed 7th place. Oh, for God's sake. Crapicas, you absolute idiot. Thrash me arms. Oh, maybe... Actually, no. I'm not going to thrash my arms and say I can't 40 points. It was a respectable performance up against the champions of the Bundesliga, but we had an opportunity there, and Crapicas was responsible for both goals. It's not good. I'm dropping him for the last game. Regardless, we still have Paderborn to play, so I will see you for the last game of the season. We'll discuss our plans next season as well very shortly. Here we are then, guys, now for the final match of today's episode, the last one of the season, knowing it doesn't really matter. And as a result of that, I'm playing a few rotated players in the side. I've dropped Crapicas from there. It's Fricktel starting. I'm just not playing him. He's actually picked up an injury anyway, but I wasn't going to play him regardless. It's Ensane, Lucio and Lidin at the back. San Giovanni, I'm giving a game starting at right wing back. Garcia comes in as the Regista. De Chiara is at left back because both Calafiori and also Franco are both out with a slight knock. Maria and Elena are starting in the central midfield with Pellegrini. And Mullitieri is going to start his last ever game for us. He's only scored 1 goal all season, but I'm hoping maybe in this final game he can get himself a goal to send himself off back to Italy because he won't be returning next year. I pissed off the Inter Milan manager to an extent. He won't come back, and also he hasn't been good enough in the Bundesliga. But let's get into it. Let's see if we can hopefully end the season with a win. We can't finish higher than 7th. We can't finish lower. Whatever the case, we know we're finishing in this position. We're going to get an absolute ton of prize money. It's something like 50-odd million pounds that you get in the Bundesliga for finishing in 7th. It's really, really good. And hopefully we'll also find out how much we'll get for our transfer budget, wage budget, everything going forward, and then we can talk about all of our plans. In terms of course, who I'm going to be looking to bring in, definitely goalkeeper, 100%. Probably right back, because I don't know if Williams is going to be able to come back to us on loan, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. I'm not happy to have San Giovanni as our starter for next year. Not yet, anyway. He's not good enough. I'm still going to look to possibly strengthen the midfield. Whether or not we'll bring in the likes of Elaine and so on for another year or on a punt, we'll have to wait and see. And up front, I don't think Pellegrini's going to be able to come back on loan for us next season, I'm afraid. I've had a look, and currently Monaco do not want to loan him back to me. As I say that, come on, Mullitieri here. Oh, Samuel, I think he was offside anyway, but he should have scored. Samuel. It's worth noting, by the way, we have absolutely wasted an opportunity to get into the Europa League because Hertha Berlin lost their last game. They also lost against Hoffenheim, and they're currently losing to Wolfsburg. So, yeah, it's a little bit annoying because we've absolutely thrown away a golden opportunity to get into the top 6. But it doesn't matter. We've got European football anyway, but you can see at the moment, if we were to win, we'd be on 56, and Hertha would still be on 57, which we have been on since the beginning of today's episode. So, yeah. It's not ideal. It's not ideal, I'll be honest. I know the games we had to play were not easy. And guys, can we do something? We're up against the already relegated Paderborn, who literally just lost 7-0 to Dortmund. I may bring on some more to starters. San Giovanni puts it into Mulicherry. Oh, he's finally scored on his send-off from Kaiserslautern on his last ever episode that he's going to be on. He's got a goal. Oh, I'm chuffed for him. I'm actually so pleased for a dot on a screen, basically. Samuel Mulicherry gets his second of the season. That may only be his first in the league, but good to see he's got one. San Giovanni as well gets an assist, which is good for the young right back. That is very good indeed. I'm going to get Elena off the pitch. I'm going to get Sekaraka on as well. Actually, we'll swap them Moria and Sekaraka over, and I'm also going to sub off De Chiara for Calafiori. He's fit enough to probably play a little bit. I don't want De Chiara getting himself sent off here in this game. We're really whizzing through this game. It is a very, very quiet one. I've just realised what is that formation that Paderborn are playing. That looks awful, honestly. That is not nice to see at all. I don't like 3 at the backs. I never have done. We're also going to make our final change for this game. We will also bring on Nico Williams for what could well be his final run out here in this game. I say I would like to get him back, but I don't know if we'll be able to. Is this because we'll finish with a 1-0 win, or will there be any late drama to finish the game off with and finish the season off with? It doesn't look it. It looks like we're going to absolutely FM Paderborn, but I don't really care. I really don't. A win's a win. Indeed, it has finished with a 1-0 win. A very drab game, but we look at that. We put Fructal in there, and he gets himself a clean sheet. So, yeah, you also got man of the match. So, yeah, it says a lot about Krapikas, doesn't it? The fact that our backup has come in, and he's then done that. I'm going to say well done, lads. Good win for us. It was indeed a good win. It's been a very, very quick game. A very drab way to end the season. But both teams weren't playing for anything in the day, so it didn't really matter. And did Hertha lose? They actually did. Oh, that is so annoying. It is so infuriating because if we had won either the Bremen game or the Bayern game or drew both of them, we would have finished in 6th place. But, you know, hindsight's wonderful, isn't it? It's a wonderful thing. But that is our season over. I will proceed on so we find out how much prize money we're going to get and also how much money we're going to get given in terms of the transfers for next season. Have we been told that as of yet? We've been given £55 million, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's worth noting, by the way, Moria is interested in him, so he could well be leaving over the summer. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Are we going to get told how much money we're going to have to spend, or is it just going to be a mystery? We still haven't been told as of yet. I tell you what, guys, I'll forward on until we actually find out how much we're going to get given, and then we'll discuss the plans for next season. So the board have finally come back to us and actually told us how much money they're going to give us to spend. We've been given £600,000 in wages and £17 million for our transfer budget. To give you some context, we're currently spending just under £400,000 on our wages, but it'll probably be around about 300 once a few of the players whose contracts are coming up and the loanees do leave the club. So basically they're doubling the wage bill and they're giving us almost 17 million to spend, and there's talk of a few players possibly leaving, like Molia especially, so it could be even more than that. It means going into next season we have a lot of money to spend in terms of, just so you can see how players did. Goal scoring wise, we weren't fantastic. 19 from Sakiri and 18 from Pellegrini. Decent stuff, of course. The fact they're both loanees, a little bit scary, but hopefully Zakiri should be staying. Skretterberg got 9 with 2 assists in only 11 games, which is very, very good. Molia got 8 goals. Elena got 4. All of our assists came through Elena and also from Calafiori. So I'm hoping maybe they will be staying with us, but of course we'll have to wait and see. And as I've already mentioned, definitely goalkeeper, right back definitely, and midfield and probably up front are the key areas we're going to be looking to strengthen come next season. But guys, overall, that does bring this episode and this season to a close. And come next season, it'll be a transfer special, and we'll be kicking off our second season in the Bundesliga and also our European campaign. Overall though, guys, that brings this video here to a close. And despite the disappointment of missing out on 6th place and obviously some of those results not being ideal, It's been a brilliant season. It really has. A fantastic first season in the Bundesliga. We were expected to just try and stay up, and we got European football. Phenomenal stuff. It's worth noting the board, by the way, are again only expecting us to avoid relegation. That's all they want from us, and maybe with the extra fixtures it might be a little bit more difficult next year, but I'm really excited for it. I really, really am. I hope you guys are as well, and I really hope you've enjoyed today's video as well. If you have done, make sure to chuck a like down onto it, and of course if you are looking forward to seeing any more of my content such as the Red Devil Revival, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and to ring that notification bell to be notified whenever my content here on YouTube goes live. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time.